I met Ron over 25 years ago when I first took my first dog, Duke, to his training class, and I've been training with him ever since. And I guess T Bone here is my fourth dog through training with him. And you know, I'm just the kind of person who just doesn't understand why you're going to have a dog if you're not going to train him and have him part of the family. I'm not interested in that at all. My first dog, when I first started training with Ron, you know, we lived in the city, and I lived in not the best part of town, and it was nice having a German Shepherd, even though, you know, he was a real, you know, lapdog, happy fella, and loved everybody. It was just nice to have him. You know, I lived in town, but he went everywhere with me. Took him to work with me every day, so he was really well socialized, and he just became, you know, a real good member of the family. Now I live out in the country, and we ride horses all the time, and I've got T-Bone here, who's a year-and-a-half old, very high drive, hard-headed German Shepherd, so in some ways he's been a little more of a challenge than some of my other dogs. But you know, just because you live out in the country doesn't mean you don't need to train your dog. I hear people all the time saying they have, you know, their dogs trained and they'll do what they want. Well, most of the time they just don't ever ask their dog to do anything the dog isn't already doing or doesn't want to do. You know, I'm out riding with him all the time. I can't have him chasing deer. Heck, we run into bears all the time, or for that matter, rattlesnakes. I need him to listen to me off leash. I need him to come. I need him to down, and just have basic control. I mean, it's just not worth it for me to have a dog that doesn't listen. And those are all things I've learned from training with Ron. And of all the different trainers I've kind of watched and looked at or read about, Ron's really got the best balance of what I consider, you know, real life training for living with your dogs and having the best kind of dog to live with, not just a show dog or a competition dog. It's, you know, real life, and without a bunch of woo-woo tricks. So I'm a big devotee. Have been for a long time, so I can't recommend him enough.